Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Eternal Flames. My name's Blaze, and one of the few times you're gonna see me show my face like this. Like I normally save it for certain videos. I recently did a update video. I gotta do EF News here soon, but this isn't about EF News or anything like that. So YouTube has put up some new policies, or have they? They really haven't. This stuff was always a thing. Matter of fact, if you look in your detailed section of your YouTube video, there's actually a little thing that says, this is mature content. And they generally don't monetize that, because there's stuff like boobs that they don't want on their thing, which is an American thing. I don't understand that one. Like, nudity as a general statement, like, if you can't see below the waist, I don't see the problem. A girl's got a chest, a guy's got a chest, we both have nipples, whatever. Okay? But, for those of you who are interested in looking at this stuff, take a look down below in the link. I'm gonna have a link to the new policies that have actually just been there the entire time, but are being reinforced a lot more than they were before. However, I'm gonna just kind of slather this on there, just, you know, kind of rub it in. And the policies they released, or at least, you know, they kind of released the open, it's always been there, like I said, is a rather broad spectrum. And this is something we gotta discuss, is YouTube right now is doing what it thinks is right. And to be honest, this is okay, I believe. Cursing, I believe, in some cases is okay, like the F-bomb, crap, damn it, I can just go down the list, is alright. Okay, those are curse words we hear in everyday thing. You can't walk down the street without hearing this. However, there are some words that are not so important and rather detrimental to people's egos as well as stuff like that. There's the N-word, which some people might say, well, that ain't no dang. Yes, it is. Okay, that's a demeaning thing to people of color. There's a couple things for Asians. Essentially, it becomes a racist or sexist term. But then there's stuff like the C word, which pertains to a body part of the female genitalia, which is also a foul word and can be taken quite harshly depending on where you live. In the UK, once again, perfectly okay, but then again, the word bitch in the UK is highly offensive by comparison. Kind of a awkward reversal there between UK and American, right? Just kind of weird. But I digress. Cursing, to some extent, I don't see a problem with. I don't think they're gonna attack people over that. If they do, look at 80% of YouTube just disappearing, and then YouTube itself will disappear because all their money is gone, and it's no longer a business then. Google will drop them like a rock. Let's face it, they're not gonna stick around for that. Google is generally a good company, but cursing, come on. Topical stuff, such as, let's talk about Trump and Hillary. Listen, some of this stuff, there's people who do some nasty stuff with news. If anything, I believe news is news is news is news. If this is how you make your money, then we might have some stuff to discuss. At the same time, I'm actually gonna get some of this glare off my, there's a lot of white screens. There we go, that's probably better. You guys can probably see my eyes a bit better now. There's a good way to do it and there's a bad way to do it. The best way I could put it is stay classy. Okay, if you don't want your videos to be flagged or anything like that, because they're not attacking everyone, it just seems like it because the way their content has been spread is a very, very broad thing. I mean, that's like, you know, me saying this is the only kind of cinnamon whiskey you should ever have, as comparison to, say, having a bottle like this, or having a smaller bottle. I mean, you can get bottles that are about, you know, as big as this. Look at this. This is still whiskey. Yeah, it's still a thing. But at the same time, I mean, you gotta stay classy, you know? You gotta stay classy. You gotta know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. Sexism, not really a good thing. Racism, not really a good thing. Talking poorly about other countries that are at war, not a good thing. They're going through a hard time. Talking about the war itself, well, that's a debate all its own, because it's all in who wins the war and who writes history. Depending on who wins, well, they always get to write what is known for the rest of the world as truth, despite whether or not that may be true or not. I mean, that's another debate for another time. But having said all this, you know, there are a couple things that this content, you know, slapdown is going to definitely do, and it's going to hurt some channels. This is true. And there is an appeal for it. You can appeal and go, listen, my video's okay. Okay, this is not something that is going to ruin people, or is attacking people, or is hurtful. You know, it's not like this person is trying to be super sexual and waving their chest around, because, you know, that's a thing. No, that's... You can appeal this. Okay, you can. And over time, certain things are going to be okay and certain things aren't going to be okay, which is reasonable, because that's the way the world works. But at the same time, I urge all content creators, one simple thing: keep it classy. Okay? If you will not do this in front of an 8-year-old, then you're kind of doing something wrong. Okay? There are people who will cuss in front of an 8-year-old. Okay? The child knowing whether or not that cuss word's bad or not is, once again, debatable. But, you know, to some degree, it's like, you might stump your toe and go, damn it! And that's okay. Or you might go, fuck balls! And that's okay. But, screaming the N-word after you stump your toe, like, I hope to high hell that you guys aren't doing that, because you might have some problems that need some serious addressing, like, go see a doctor. Those are some serious issues. Please. Like, I can recommend some people. But aside from that, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna hope our content isn't gonna change. If anything, I might curve my tongue a little bit, because I do curse like a sailor. I do. I do joke about sexuality a bit, and it's because I don't think there's anything wrong with, you know, sexual statements, so long as you're not, like, overdoing it. Like, even in my Dead by Daylight, I seriously joke around, and I can get kind of, like, aggressive, but it's all a joke. When it stops being a joke, when it starts passing certain lines, you need to back up. So, once again, these rules have always been there. They're just now being enforced a little bit stronger. That's one. Two, keep it classy. You know, how do you keep it classy? Would you do this in front of an 8-year-old? You know, is it okay to show an 8-year-old to some degree? There's obviously some violence that you don't want to show an 8-year-old that's still appropriate, but think like movie theater appropriate. You know, I still know kids that went to go see some movies that they probably shouldn't have, but it was still okay for some reason, like Freddy Krueger. The nightmares I had. Anyways, so that, yeah, keep it classy, you know, be respectful, and yeah, take care, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you guys all next time. Later, everybody. Bye.